recently Meta said something that I thought was really nice, and he said, Greg, I love the way you deliver information. So I wanted to deliver a story because I was inspired by our good legal best friend, Bert Kreischer, stand-up comedian who's fantastic. He has a Netflix special, and he does this thing in his specials called Secret Time, where he goes on a little aside and tells like an embarrassment truth, and he calls it Secret Time. And so I figured, well, what better time to do Secret Time, a la Bert Kreischer, on my little segment right here. I might need you to cue up some porno music, Woody. You had it ready. You didn't even know what I was going to talk about.
No, Cameron had it set up.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Cameron.
I got you.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Let me take
One great thing he's done since he's worked here.
Ravy, get comfy. And then I also drew some inspiration from the Woody Show Freak of the Week. Especially lately, we seem to have a lot of Freak of the Week contestants or finalists, whatever we call them, that are clearly dudes that want to be naked with other dudes, but they're not going to admit it.
But we're not gay.
We had one recently where a guy wanted a roommate, but he said, hey, you might walk in on me when I'm naked and joeing. Don't make mention of it, but if you want to join in, feel free.
Yeah, no big.
And I'm like, dude, you're just gay and nobody cares.
Right.
We had one where a guy said, hey, I lost a bet to my wife.
Oh, yeah.
And as a result, I need a mouth party from a dude in a hotel room. I got to take pictures of it, but hey, I'm not gay. And my response is always, it's just 2018. Just be gay. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
But if you go back in time a little bit, I'm highly guilty of Freak of the Week behavior. Now, let me just quickly paint the picture. I went to college in the pre-internet days, Menace's nightmare. Graduated
the dark days.
in 1993 from UC San Diego. Now, this is very important to keep in mind that this is pre-internet, all right?
All
right.
Things were not at your fingertips. Now, in today's day and age, if there's a car crash or a news story or a celebrity anything, boom, you got pictures right now. You probably have actual footage of an actual plane crash even.
Sure.
So in the pre-internet era, when I was in college, I was living on campus with 3 mega straight bros. These would have been Seabass's best friends.
Yeah, bro.
Broing out.
One was a volleyball player. I don't know how mega hetero that is. But he had a girlfriend. Mega bro. The other dude, semi-pro bike racer, who was basically a young Hugh Hefner. This guy slayed more than Seabass could ever dream of slaying.
Yeah, bro.
So I spent 2 years living with these guys, always having to be the guy listening to the stories. The guy's name was Dennis, and he told me this one story about how he banged his girlfriend up against a parked car in the parking lot. So I just sit there, yeah, dude, yeah, bro, way to go, high five. And I spent 2 years being the, so stoked for you being a player. And then the other roommate, also a semi-pro bike racer who was in a long-term relationship, very, very straight-laced guy, very proper. Meanwhile, I'm kind of confused, kind of fighting my primal urges, right? So I was a communications major, lots of pop culture talk. Again, pre-internet days, right? Something piqued my interest in the world of pop culture. This was the era where Madonna was on the cover of Vogue. I could care less.
Yeah.
This was also the era Jane's Addiction was on the cover of every magazine. I cared. I read the articles, but it was. This is something on the cover of a magazine that I thought, well, damn it, I need to see this. I'm about to have a heart attack. It was.
Jeez.
All right.
It was Marky Mark on the cover of Playgirl.
All right.
Rev.
All buff and stuff?
Yeah.
So,
That third nipple.
like, keep in mind, this was Calvin Klein Marky Mark, right?
Field
Yeah.
This
vibrations.
was baggy jeans Marky Mark.
Oh,
this
hell
was
yeah.
good vibrations Marky Mark.
Yeah, man.
Funky bunch.
So hard.
This is
so
not
hard.
today's Marky Mark where he looks like some hillbilly
right,
reject.
Like a father of 4.
Right.
Right.
Like Marky Mark today to me looks like that weird neighbor you get stuck with at a wedding reception and you have to talk to him.
Yeah.
But he's just like a dorky hillbilly.
Okay.
He's gross. But back then, he was Calvin Klein Marky Mark.
And a thug.
So,
You straight thugging.
okay, so I had a dilemma. I had to get my hands on a Playgirl magazine.
Yeah, you did.
Because how else are you going to see Marky Mark? You can't go on the internet. It wasn't a thing. So I found a nearby pharmacy. Think Walgreens, but this was very mom and pop, right?
Yeah.
Cafe.
So it was more like you run in there to grab toothpaste, toilet paper, deodorant, cards, candy, stuff like that, and huge magazine section, right? So I couldn't just go in and buy Playgirl. Oh, hell no. I had to, like a career criminal, rehearse for a week on how I was going to purchase a Playgirl magazine. So rehearsals went like this. I would go, and because I was the only roommate with a car, they knew I was going off to the store. Hey, take me to the grocery store with you. Damn it.
Yeah.
I have to rehearse. Okay, so you go to the grocery store. I got to go run errands. So I would go into this pharmacy. I walked around. I would scope out the time of day. Who's working at this time of day? Is the clerk a man or a woman? Who would care more if a dude is buying a Playgirl? I'm thinking the guy would be less judgmental because guys are weird and they would get it. They wouldn't care so much. But I thought, oh, if it's a lady, she might look at me weird. So I figured out, okay, this clerk works here at this time of day, right? That was part of my rehearsal. Who was shopping at the store? When was it least crowded?
Like my psycho.
Total
Straight psycho.
psycho, right? So I realized evenings were relatively slow, so I thought, okay, I'm going to pull off my heist in the evening time.
But you weren't gonna heist. You were
No,
gonna
but
buy it.
Yeah, but he's
the big
planning
purchase.
it out like
I'm planning it like a
bank
right,
heist,
like I'm doing a bank robbery. I was like
Yeah.
Ocean's
Like an
11.
Ocean's movie, yeah.
Completely. So I can't just rehearse without looking, too suspicious. So I couldn't just walk around this pharmacy every day for a week and then walk out. No, I had to buy crap. So my budget for a Playgirl, which I think was $3, turned into probably $300 because every time I go, I'd have to buy a birthday card or some deodorant.
Like, that's our best customer.
Or something.
We love this guy.
Yeah.
So I finally work up the nerve and about a week later, I take a card, I think a toothbrush, maybe a pack of gum, and I go up to the counter and I said, I also need something for a class I'm taking. And
Oh, that's what you went with?
right.
A class.
And I'm taking a class where I have to compare and contrast Playboy with Playgirl. And I'm thinking, the clerk doesn't care, but I'm so deep in my lie. I said, I got to look at how they treat women in magazines and how they treat men. It's for a class called Women in Media.
Oh, my God.
So I need a Playboy. And then is there a magazine called Playgirl? I acted like I didn't know what it was called.
Oh, my God.
Moron. Idiot. Said, Playgirl right here. So he gives me the Playgirl and the Playboy. I got what I went for, right? Shove them into my backpack, go back to my college apartment on campus, and I figured, well, now I got to hide this. I'll put it in my desk drawer.
Yeah.
But much like Menace was handstand guy in high school, I was bazooka bubblegum guy in college. I always had bazooka bubblegum, like a bucket of it, at my desk. And sometimes it was in my desk drawers. And my roommates took that as an open invitation. Anytime you want gum,
Get bazooka gum.
you go to Greg's desk.
Yeah.
Well, damn it. My roommate found the Playgirl.
Oh, no.
Looking for some bazooka bubblegum.
No.
So I said, no, it's not what you think. I don't care about Marky Mark.
Oh, who would?
This is for a class.
That lie came in handy.
And I was thinking, I can't give him the class of an actual class. So I made up a class because I had a friend who took a class at a private university called Masters of Perversion. I said, it's called Masters of Perversion. I have to write this big thesis on comparing and contrasting Playboy with Playgirl.
Yeah.
And he's listening very intently. I thought he would brush it off.
Yeah.
And so then he said, well, when is your thesis due? And I said, Friday, and I haven't even started it yet. He said, oh, damn, we have that big party Thursday night. You can't go to it. So I thought, you're right, I can't go to it, and I need to start writing my paper. So much like the guy in The Shining, I sat at my electric typewriter.
Oh, my God.
And I was writing like nonsensical words, pretending to write. Keep in mind, this is all to see Marky Mark in Playgirl, which I haven't even looked at yet. So I'm sitting at my electric typewriter all night. Roommates are watching TV, they're drinking beer, they're having fun. I'm in my room, damn it, writing a fake thesis for a fake class that doesn't exist. Then to add to the reality of the whole situation, I thought, oh, damn it, I have my syllabus tacked to the wall. So I had to hand write in Masters of Perversion.
Oh, jeez.
So they couldn't look at my syllabus
Saying,
because
we don't see this class.
I don't see this class.
No.
What are you talking about? Well, Thursday night comes around. They finally go to this party, right? That I can't go to because I have my fake thesis for my fake class due so I can look at my stupid Playgirl. Finally get a chance to look at what I did and spend a week working on and rehearsing on to actually get Marky Mark.
Rip.
Who now I've...
yeah.
So
Yeah.
the night has arrived, right?
Yes.
Yes.
All alone in my stupid, disgusting
Roommates are
campus
out at a
apartment.
party.
Roommates are out at this party that I cannot go to because I'm writing a fake thesis like the guy in The Shining.
Right.
Everybody leaves. This is my shining moment, right? Maybe this will change my life.
It might.
Maybe
Perfect
I will
plan.
finally
Marky Mark.
just say, you know what, screw it, like those dudes in the Woody Show Freak of the Week. Nobody cares. Just be gay. But I didn't think that way back then.
Sure.
But maybe I would now that I had my chance with my Playgirl.
Uh-huh.
Open it up. Marky Mark is not even naked. I'm like, this is what I spent a week on, lies on. All this crap was basically a Calvin Klein ad, and I had spent all this time practicing and rehearsing, buying crap I didn't need. I bought a sympathy card because I thought, how many birthday cards?
Yeah.
I bought a sympathy card
God.
and had to pretend that a family member had died. I bought gum. I bought deodorant. And Marky Mark, it was literally an ad for Calvin Klein in his jeans, in his underwear, no Joe time, and then I remained in the closet for another 10 damn years. So the moral of the story is, if you want to buy a Playgirl, clerks don't care. If you want to be gay, be gay. If you want to post an ad looking for love with a dude, just admit it. Don't go through what I went through back in college. Sharing that with you.
10 years.
And please don't think that I think Marky Mark is all that. I think he's disgusting
Come
today.
on.
Now.
He is a total...
Now.
To him.
But the good vibration days.
Oh, my God.
He was a dreamboat.
Funky Bunch days.
Yeah, the Funky Bunch days, not bad.
Yeah.
Today,
Now, apparently a
mortifying.
redneck.
Apparently, heinous.